Hi, everyone. Welcome to week 8. And I think that this week is going to be a little bit different. I'm calling this week Revise and Reflect. So what I'd like everyone to do this week is, if you see here, I would like you to spend time reading my comments on your work and revising your writing and catching up on any assignments that you have not completed. So catching up means if you have not completed or finished an assignment, this week you have extra time to do that. Now, if you also have extra time this week, I'd like you to spend like this free time using NGen, because now I know that many of you were able to access, or almost all of you were able to access NGen, and everyone reported a positive experience with NGen. So please use the extra time with NGen. So how can you, spend your time this week? So number one, I'd like you to spend time reading through my comments to your posts on the Google Classroom stream and the most recent Google document. So read my questions carefully and then respond to my questions. Like, yes, I'd like you to look at the question I asked you, think about it, and then respond, and we can create a dialogue. I don't think I'm going to ask you another question, but I think it's good for us to practice how the Google Stream or a Google document is a living document where you and I can have a dialogue. We can have a conversation through writing, and other students can see this dialogue. And so, yes, I know that's public, but it also helps other students read what you're writing and what I'm writing. And I think it gives us all extra opportunities to practice our English, especially reading and writing. And don't worry, we're going to do some more videos later in the cycle, and you'll get more chances to practice your speaking and then listen to other students' videos. So really quickly, like what's an example of questions that I wrote? So let's go to the stream here, and let's go down here and see, for example, I wrote here, and this was Faustine describing her experience with NGen. And so, for example, I wrote, since October 14th, have you used NGen again? What else have you learned? And thank you. Maybe how do you respond to this question? Maybe Faustine hasn't used NGen. Okay, so she doesn't have much to write about, but she could try and explain why she hasn't had time, or discuss what else she was doing, or things like this. If we look at, so I wrote a similar question to Maria, but let's see. I wrote a similar question to her. Let's see. So for example, to Cirque, I wrote, did you think the lesson on NGen helped you improve your listening or speaking? So kind of a more specific question there. I think to Tatiana, I wrote, what kind of goals do you have for working with NGen? How do you hope it can improve your English? To Milene, I wrote, since this lesson, have you tried any new kinds of Boston or New England foods? The lesson that they did was about food, and they wrote, so I said, what kind of food do you like most in Boston? So these are just chances for you to practice, everyone. In terms of the Google document, this was the quote and opinion activity. And I still think that we need like 4 or 5, maybe 6 students to complete this. So everyone, please, again, take time to complete this activity. But these questions are, I think, more detailed. So I'd like you to take your time to read my comments. So for example, here, on Maria's, I said, what do you think are some tips or tools for how to avoid becoming dependent and or addicted to technology in our lives? Do you try and take breaks from technology? So here, maybe I think in the Google document, in these opinions about technology and nature, I'd like you to try and write more detailed comments here. And this is also for you to practice for your Texas paragraph and for a future mini essay that we're going to write on this topic. So I don't know, I'll show you one more. To Aliui, I wrote, So what do you think we should do? Could you respond here with one idea? Thanks. Okay. So if we go back to the classwork for this week, let's see. I'd also like you to read through your Texas paragraph. So yes, everyone, at the end of week, let's see, at the end of week 7, you needed to submit a Texas paragraph. So I will try to comment on your Texas paragraphs as soon as possible, but I'd still like you to read through your Texas paragraph and make any revisions that you might want to. If I comment on your Texas paragraph, please make revisions based on my comments. So then finally, if you haven't finished an activity, I'd like you to catch up on activities or assignments that you have not completed. So I think that's for maybe like a quarter or almost half the class has not completed some of the activities. So please try and do that. And then finally, spend time doing some activities or lessons on Engine. So everyone, you can see I put the number of hours I think you could spend here. I'm just trying to help you like manage your time. Maybe spending like an hour responding to my comments. Maybe that's a lot. Maybe it only takes you 30 or 40 minutes. I don't know. Just maybe spend 1 hour revising and finishing your Texas paragraph. Maybe spend 1 to 2 hours catching up on any assignments. That this could take some students a long time. Maybe you still have to read the article, watch the video, etc. And then spend approximately 2 hours on Engine to practice something that you really want to practice, like listening, speaking, vocabulary, pronunciation, spelling, all these things that Engine offers. Great. Finally, I'd like you to understand that for week 9, we are going to write a mini essay. That mini essay will be based on this nature and technology topic. The mini essay will include an introduction paragraph and 1 or 2 Texas paragraphs and a conclusion. So I will be posting more detailed instructions, but the essay question, everyone, will be very similar, or it will be the same question. It will be this question right here. How can we create a healthy balance between technology and nature? So in that kind of essay, you'll need to use information from the articles and videos we used the last 2 weeks and write a short little mini essay. Yes, a short introduction paragraph, 1 to 2 Texas body paragraphs, and a conclusion. So if you see here, if you would like to, if you would like to start working on that, that's what I put here, right? So you can start thinking about that and working on that. Thank you, everyone, for working on these assignments, for practicing with Engine. Please send me an email if you're having any issues. Some of you have sent me those emails, but I think maybe some of you haven't. So if you could please send me an email to let me know if like something's going on or you need help, please do. You can also contact Jamina, our advisor. So everyone, I hope you do well, and please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.